Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elrinth, the first boss, and today I thought we'd take a look at some Virtual Boy multiplayer. So, in order to get started, we need first two Virtual Boys. Then you need a Virtual Boy link cable, one which Nintendo never released themselves. I bought one from Melot a couple of years ago, and according to his website, only 100 of them were made. So getting one these days is pretty damn hard. Then you'll need two flashcards, because none of the official games ever had a multiplayer. That's not 100% true, because Mario's Tennis actually has multiplayer in the code, but it's nowhere accessible in the game. However, in 2017, a guy called MK fixed that and released a patch which you can apply to the ROM. And so we got multiplayer in Mario's Tennis. So let's insert these cartridges. And besides Mario's Tennis, there's Tic Tac Toe, 3D Battle Snake, Hyper Fighting, which is a Street Fighter 2 port for the Virtual Boy, as well as just recently a game called Elevated Speed received a multiplayer mode. The problem is, I have no friends to play with. Angry video game nerd?
I'm not angry anymore.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I will continue to be the angry video game nerd.
That was a quick change of heart. Anyways, would you like to play some Virtual Boy with me?
Yeah.
Let's begin with Mario's Tennis. This was one of the first Virtual Boy games to be released, and it's usually the first one that most people have played. It starts out with Mario hitting a tennis ball right into your face. The 3D effect is actually pretty effective, but without experiencing the actual game, you can't see it.
Anyways, so having two Virtual Boys connected, we got singles to work. First, you get to choose difficulty, which I'm assuming only affects single-player gaming versus the CPU, or doubles with CPUs. Then you get to choose one set or three set. Make sure you select one set, else you'll be playing the same characters against each other for far too long. You get to choose between Mario, Luigi, Princess, which I assume is Princess Toadstool, Yoshi, Toad, Koopa, and Donkey Jr. He's no longer a Kong, it seems. I'll play as Yoshi. So first, player 2 starts serving, and you got to hit the ball at the right time, else you'll hit the net or hit too short, getting a fault. You can hit the ball in 4 different ways. A normal hit, a juggle hit which sends the ball higher and further, a smash which is only possible when the ball is above you, in the right height, and a short ball which is only possible when you're close to the net before the balls touch the ground. It's by far the best multiplayer experience on the Virtual Boy, but honestly, I'd much rather play Wii Sports Tennis.
Oh, look here, I'm totally fucked. Come on, you fuck! Oh, you son of a fuck!
What happened?
Yes!
Yeah!
Here I go, I'm kicking ass. I made it! I made it! I did it! I finally did it! But now what?
Okay, now let's try out Tic Tac Toe.
So Tic Tac Toe has no audio whatsoever, and it's just a standard Tic Tac Toe game, nothing more fancy. I guess it's a nice multiplayer demo, I guess.
And what kind of game am I playing? There's no skill here. It's like saying pick a hand. That's not a game. That's the lowest, most basic caveman version of a game. What psycho thought to program this? Ah, son of a fuck!
And now let's try out 3D Battle Snake.
So this is a 3D Battle Snake, and it has no audio as you can hear. And this game controls are really weird.
I'm beginning to think this game might genuinely suck.
I feel like I'm taking an eye exam. And speaking of that, my eyes are starting to hurt already.
That's very different from other Snake games. So that's actually why we got a couple of game overs here. We didn't really understand the controls. One other thing you can do is actually go below your own Snake body or change altitude between high or low. So that's pretty cool. So you can actually dodge your enemy's wall or your own wall for that matter. But yeah, there's not really much depth other than that.
Okay, so let's continue with hyperfighting.
So basically, this is Street Fighter 2 the shit edition Turdo. And no, I didn't expect anything better on an older, out-of-date platform. But why? Why would you even bother putting this on Commodore?
Hey, we're playing on the Virtual Boy and it's actually an impressive port, to be honest.
So to play 2 players, you just select the versus mode, and you get to select between the 8 characters of the original game. The bosses aren't available. I'm not sure, but I think you can actually unlock them. I could be wrong. But we just give it a quick whirl, and the game is pretty solid. It has some really nice 3D effects, and some of the voices are played a bit too fast. For example, Guile sounds way too, I don't know, his sample when he says Sonic Boom is a little bit too fast. But other than that, I think it's really good. Obviously the audio channels are way too few to make it sound as good as the SNES soundtrack. But yeah, I really like this one. Nice graphics, and you can actually set it to really fast, and it goes super fast. You'll barely be able to play it. One thing I noticed is a sort of an input lag, so you can't really mash the buttons as fast as you can on the SNES or any of the other versions I've played. But yeah, other than that, it's really good. Impressive port, actually.
Finally, let's try elevated speed. Let's go.
So Elevated Speed is a F-Zero clone for the Virtual Boy, and its current multiplayer options are very limited, but it looks like there are coming more options. Currently the only one you can change are the CPU amount, and the game runs really smooth, and it's one of the best looking games on the Virtual Boy in my opinion. Hopefully the developer can add these power-ups and maybe new visuals for the different cars, so not every single car looks the same. That would be really cool. And many more stages, and perhaps some more music. Other than that, I think it's pretty much ready for playing. It's quite fun. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. It worked great for us. One time one of us was kind of lagging and couldn't finish a lap, but other than that it worked great for all the other times we tried it, and it ran really smooth for both of us. So yeah, really good job of the developer, and I hope to see more improvements to it.
Yeah, that's the Virtual Boy, guys. Thanks for joining me, Angry Video Game Nerd. And yeah, that's all from me. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye.
Yeah, subscribe to this channel.